The grind to me means the challenge that the recruits here in our academy are faced with. Not only is it a mental challenge, but it's a physical challenge as well.
To me, I think it means waking up every day, usually very early. Right now we're starting at 6 in the morning, so that probably means you're waking up at 4:30 in the morning to get all your equipment ready, shave, shower, prepare for the day, do whatever ironing you might need to do if you hadn't done it the night before, having breakfast, and getting ready and coming over to the academy to be on the grinder at 6 in the morning.
You're going to spend late nights preparing. You have study, preparing your uniforms, memos, getting your lunch ready for the week, whatever it is. That's your daily life.
Sheriff's deputies having a ball. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Ha ha! Ha ha!
The challenge or the grind requires a lot of discipline, a lot of determination, and a lot of hard work. It also requires a lot of devotion. In our careers as law enforcement officers, we always have to be prepared. And that is prepared for what we might encounter on the streets or different calls for service. But here in the academy, it's different. The recruits are doing PT every day, which is physical training.
Usually that's going to consist of an hour and a half or so workout, whether it's weights or a run, something along those lines. After that, you're going to be expected to change out as fast as you can into your Class A uniform for instruction in the classroom.
We offer pre-academy PT sessions. We're there for extra study time if needed. Physically, we go way beyond what post requires. We give everybody opportunity to physically and mentally prepare to be able to succeed in the end.
All right, pull out the grinder now. Let's go. Yes,
Going back to the physical training, the recruits have to come into the academy in somewhat good shape. If they aren't in good shape, they have a rough time and they start to struggle with that.
What are you doing?
I myself, I never had the thought of quitting. To me, it wasn't an option.
Stand together up together. Stand together up together.
It is stressful, mentally, physically. It can be draining, but as long as you have that motivation and your mindset is in the right place, you can get through it.
Apart from that physical training, they also have learning domains that they have to learn and they will be tested on.
Set fast, march! Squad 2, forward!
It's important because in this job, you're going to have to do stuff when you're tired. Maybe you didn't sleep the night before because you got held over. Maybe you had to do reports. Maybe you got called out in the middle of the night. And it's important that whenever you show up to whatever you show up to, you're your best. And sometimes we might not physically feel our best, but we have to dig deep and find something more that drives us to give 110%.
We know that people that come into the academies have lives. We know that people have families. We know that people have responsibilities. So when I hear the word the grind, to me it encompasses every aspect of somebody's life when they come to our academy. It encompasses their transition from being a civilian to becoming a recruit in our academy, and then eventually a law enforcement officer, a deputy sheriff. And we know that they have to master every aspect of not only their life and their daily grind here at the academy, but they also have to manage their personal lives as well.
In my mid-teens, I was an explorer, and this career always stuck with me. Life circumstances took me on a different path in life. However, when the opportunity presented itself for me to join the sheriff's office, I did. And so my goal was to succeed. My goal was to be a deputy sheriff. So failing was not an option.
We don't get easier, they get better.
One of the things that we impress upon the recruits is teamwork. You know, everybody wins together, and if somebody fails to meet our standards for that day, everybody loses together. So the grind is not only making sure that you yourself are prepared for that day, but there's also making sure that your fellow recruits are ready for that next day.
If one recruit doesn't meet an expectation, they all have to learn together.
So we want the recruits all to work together as a team. Just like sports, we find individuals that have played sports competitively in their life often do better in these academy-like settings because they understand they're being coached, they understand there's a purpose, they understand that there's a reason why they are being disciplined. And you know, we find that those people that understand this usually can do better with it. Like myself, I wrestled and I played football competitively in high school, and I knew the discipline from these sports. So coming into this academy setting, there was times where we were punished for things that we as a class were punished for things that I did, and we were punished sometimes for things the class did or other recruits. And so to me, I understood that, you know, once we start working together as a team, these punishments, and when I say punishments, I'm meaning these extra physical training sessions in between class, I understood what that meant. It's a lot of sacrifice, it's a lot of hard physical work, and it's a lot of mental work as well. Coming to the academy is a huge sacrifice no matter what.
I think the traits that someone needs to possess is heart, a strong drive to achieve their goals. They might not be in the best physical shape, and they might not be the smartest person necessarily, but somebody that's conscientious, that has integrity and honesty, and will not give up. Stick-to-itiveness, persevere through the tribulations and trials of the academy. I think that will also transfer over to this job, because sometimes it's a little bit of survival, so to speak. It's not necessarily the strongest or the fastest or the smartest, it's the ones who can survive, who can persevere, and who can adapt to whatever they have to adapt to.
It's stressful mentally and physically.
Not only is it a mental challenge, but it's a physical challenge as well. The challenge, or the grind, requires a lot of discipline, a lot of determination, and a lot of hard work.